Welcome in to Seahawks Today. We are presented by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Use promo code Seahawks for 20% off plus free shipping. We'll tell you more about Manscaped coming up in today's show. We are talking the latest Seattle Seahawks news and rumors here on this Monday to start off your week, as we'll be giving you the latest reports on Devon Witherspoon, Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Also, we're going to get some X's and O's from Tyler Lockett when it comes to the screen passing game, what he had to say as far as the Seahawks offense working on that. Also, we'll talk Alton Robinson coming up at the end of the show. Before we get into that, though, folks, we are getting very, very close to 38.5 thousand subscribers here on the channel, but we need your help to get there. For the latest happenings on your Seattle Seahawks, subscribe now for free today. We have in store a heck of a year ahead on the channel as we continue with our live shows on Wednesdays. We'll do our watch parties during the season as well, and along with our daily news and rumors segments. If you are a diehard Seahawks fan, this is the channel for you. Join the 12s. Come party with us each and every day here on the channel. The best part about it is you don't have to pay anything. Free subscription to the channel right now. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV. So let's start with Devon Witherspoon. We're going to go over the rookies, and then we'll go from there. ESPN's NFL Nation gave us an update on Devon Witherspoon's progress this offseason. And according to Brady Henderson, things are pretty good for Devon Witherspoon. Listen to this. Non-padded and non-contact practices haven't provided Witherspoon the setting to show off physicality and ball skills, two of the traits that made him the Seahawks' highest draft pick of the Pete Carroll/John Schneider era, but he's proving to be a quick study. After being limited early by a hamstring injury, Witherspoon progressed to full-speed reps with the number one defense. The Seahawks have also taken a look at Witherspoon sliding inside the nickel situations where he has impressed Carroll. So there you have it. That is the report there, and I got to tell you, I love the versatility there because we've seen Mike Jackson still hold his own. He's been the MVP of the offseason, according to Pete Carroll. So you got plenty of options when it comes to that cornerback spot. Not to mention you got Tyreke Woolen coming off a year where he tied for the league lead in interceptions, was a Pro Bowler. Pete Carroll had to say this about Devon Witherspoon. When we gave him the chance, he jumped right on it. He's a really good football learner. He gets it, man. It makes sense to him, and he does things naturally really well, and that expedites the process. So there you have it there on Devon Witherspoon. A look at the depth chart for the Seahawks in the cornerback room. You can see this group is just loaded, and it is going to be a lot of fun to see how they grow together and form what I think will be one of, if not the best secondaries in the National Football League when you factor in that safety room, a part of the equation as well. With Devon Witherspoon, I have every reason to believe that he's going to be a star in this league. Not only was he the best corner in this year's draft, number 5 overall pick, but everything points to that he's doing the little things right, that he's putting the work in, that he's showing that talent that the numbers in college showed that he had the makings of a superstar, right? Just allowing a completion percentage below 35%, only 206 yards, 14 pass breakups, and 3 interceptions. Seahawks fans gets excited because Devon Witherspoon, I think, is going to be something special for this organization. It was a good rookie draft class. I really like Devon Witherspoon. We'll tell you more about Jaxon Smith-Njigba in a moment, but first, I want to know, quick survey, who will be Seattle's best rookie from this year's draft class in 2023? Tell me in the comment section. It's our pinned comment today. Who is going to be the best rookie in this year's draft class? Weigh in the comments and let me know who you think it is. From one rookie to another, let's talk about Jaxon Smith-Njigba now. ESPN's NFL Nation also gave an update on the Seahawks' second first-round pick, the wide receiver from The Ohio State. And this is what Henderson had to say. After being limited early by the hamstring injury that sidelined him for most of last season, Smith-Njigba has looked exactly as advertised, a skilled route runner who excels at getting open from the slot, despite not being known as a burner. He showed that he has plenty of speed when he got behind fellow first-rounder Devon Witherspoon on a wheel route to haul in a long touchdown, perhaps his top highlight of the spring. So Jaxon Smith-Njigba already impressing to this point. We'll tell you more about Jaxon Smith-Njigba coming up in just one moment. Before we do, if you haven't already heard, it is smooth sack summer, folks. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure you're escaped from pubes to bum. That's right. This is the summer to keep your balls cool while still looking hot with Manscaped. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming are making sure we all have a ball this summer by giving our pant partners everything they need to stay fresh. Dive headfirst into smooth sack summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off with our promo code Seahawks at checkout. You know, I got to tell you, we've all had those moments where we were trimming below the waist and let's just say it didn't end well, right? Well, with Manscaped, you're going to be able to avoid that. We have the Lawnmower 4.0. This is a part of the Performance Package 4.0, folks. And the Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor. Pretty nice, right? You also have the Crop Preserver ball deodorant is available. I got to tell you, that stuff works wonders, if you know what I mean. Manscaped will even throw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 2.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag as well. Here is all the goodies that you can see on your screen. Manscaped, great partner here at Chat Sports. We're glad to have them on board. Appreciate them being a part of Seahawks Today here on the channel. Performance Package on sale for $103.99 with that promo code Seahawks. That's 20% off plus free shipping at checkout. Get yours now. Tell them that Tyler Jones and Chat Sports sent you. You'll be glad you did. Your balls will be thanking you later. Manscaped.com, promo code Seahawks for 20% off plus free shipping. Back to Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Here's more from Geno Smith on the rookie wide receiver. He's so impressive. Very smooth route runner, natural hands. Also, the game is not too big for him. You can see he's got that self-confidence that you look for. You know, I think all of us that were going through the draft process as we got ready for 2023 and this past draft, everyone saw Jaxon Smith-Njigba that the talent was there. But it was a matter of, can he stay healthy, and is he going to put the work in to compete at a high level, which is a question you always have about every player in the National Football League. And although it's very early on, so far, the 2 biggest things that Jaxon Smith-Njigba needed to accomplish and do, he's doing. He's healthy, and he's putting the work in, doing those things that he needs to get done. The last time we saw him play a full healthy season, back in 2021, he was spectacular with over 1,600 yards receiving, close to 17 yards of reception, and 9 touchdowns for the Buckeyes in a loaded receiving core that included the likes of Chris Olave, and company there, Garrett Wilson. That was a good group, and yet Smith-Njigba was one of the best. So I'm expecting him to be an instant impact player. We'll see what he does for the Seattle Seahawks here in 2023. More to come here on Seahawks Today, but first, what's your confidence level in Jaxon Smith-Njigba this season? A lot of talk here in talking season right now about Jaxon Smith-Njigba, but what about when it's showtime, right? Do you believe he's going to put it together on the field? Scale it for me, your confidence level, 1 through 10, in Jaxon Smith-Njigba, how he'll do this season. Let me know what your confidence level is in him, 1 through 10. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. The screen passing game. It's been no secret, folks, that the screen passing game over the years for the Seattle Seahawks offense has not been one of the strengths of this team. But Tyler Lockett, he was speaking in an interview with The Athletic and addressed the need for improvement in the screen game and how they're going about fixing it as they gear up for 2023. Listen to this from Tyler Lockett. I think we were last in the screen game. If we can be able to get that down to at least 20, it does wonders. The biggest thing for us, just knowing how to be able to be better at it, how to know how to catch it, how to be able to get upfield, trusting that the line is going to be there. Everybody being able to do their part. If we can get better at that, then it makes the offensive game better. It makes the run game better, the explosive game better, the short game better. But if we don't have the screen game, then we've become limited. Now, here's the thing. Here's the way I look at it, folks. You're not asking this Seattle offense to all of a sudden become the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And doing what Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes do of just getting those guys out in space and working it from that way. What we are asking for is just some simple improvement here. And I think Jaxon Smith-Njigba is going to help this out a long way. I think Kenny McIntosh, Zach Charbonnet, these guys all are going to help out a little bit just by having better talent around Geno Smith. Let's go next-gen stats on the numbers from Geno last year. I want to show you the passing chart of what he did really well and what wasn't so great, okay? If you have to pause this video to read accordingly, then don't worry. But here's what each piece means. The green is better than average. The yellow is within average, and red is worse than average. As you can see, as you go further along the field, there is more green for Geno Smith. There's some red, but there's some yellow. But the one thing that is red on this chart that is worse than average is behind the line of scrimmage, the screen passing game. Geno did a really good job pushing the football down the field and was one of the most accurate deep ball passers in the entire National Football League last year. But the screen game has got to get better for this Seattle Seahawks team. They know that. They're working on it. And if you have an effective screen and short passing game, that can substitute for your run game. If there's times where the run game isn't cooperating right, if you're not on the same page, but you can get the screen passing game going, then that's fine too. Whatever you could do to make chicken salad sometimes, you roll with. So very important. Glad to see that Tyler Lockett and Geno Smith and company are aware of what's going on and that they're putting in the work in to try to improve that as far as that goes. One final note before we go. Very interesting read from Corbin Smith of SI All Seahawks on one of the position battles to watch for the Seahawks as they go through this offseason. And that includes edge rushers Alton Robinson and Tyreke Smith as they're battling out for one of these final roster spots. We haven't seen a whole lot of Alton Robinson as of late. Same with Tyreke Smith, the former draft pick about a year or so ago from Ohio State. Who gets the spot at this point? Is Robinson the odd man out? Well, here's more from Corbin Smith. Smith and Alton Robinson will likely be vying for a single spot. Each player missed the entire 2022 season due to injury, and if all things are equal, the fact Smith has 4 years of club control remaining compared to the one for Robinson could give him an inside track to making the team. We were talking about Alton Robinson a couple weeks ago, and I remember somebody in the comments saying that they forgot that Alton Robinson was still on this Seahawks team. And, even if he's healthy, he is going to be passed up quite a bit on the depth chart as is. Just given, as Corbin mentions there, the timing in the age-wise, Tyreke Smith has to have the edge, you would think, if it comes down to it, between these two as far as that goes. But it is going to be quite the battle just to even get on the field with all the options the Seahawks have when it comes to those edge rusher positions as far as that goes. If you had to take one guy to keep, which one you rolling with? Are you rolling with Alton Robinson or are you rolling with Tyreke Smith? Here's what I want you to do in the comment section. If you want to keep Alton Robinson, type A for Alton Robinson. If you want to keep Tyreke Smith, type T for Tyreke Smith. You can only pick one. Which is the guy you would rather still have on this Seahawks roster? Weigh in the comment section. Let me know one way or the other what you're feeling. Had a great weekend as the Summer of Jones continued in Nashville this weekend. Had a great time. Now we're back here with the 12s and having a great week here on the channel. Stay tuned. Plug along away on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, as have more updates on your Seahawks there. And I'll see you next time, right back here on the channel. Thanks for joining us.